racist even if you think you're woke. We all benefit from oppression. Pretending you're not racist only makes racism grow.
Good evening and welcome to the program.
However,
people saying the earth is round and not
suppository of all wisdom.
They're the so-called man caves where many husbands
patriots all across Australia.
Providing people with grounds of racist.
Well, then you're a racist.
In our democracy and way of life,
1 in 6 Australians is now living off the dole.
being persecuted for expressing their right to
We don't want
free speech.
Australia to be overrun by these people.
And I got obsessed with my body straight away.
Indeed. Well, we're in the grip of the Ice Age, the dealing and use of the drug ice.
On religious preaching in Rundle
The
Mall.
Australian flag, Anzac Day, the national anthem, bacon.
Hey, welcome to Hide from Fire. I am, as always, Adam Sage, and yeah, you know what? I'm a bit late to starting this episode, so let's just get straight into it, shall we? Back on teachers again this episode, and yeah, Scaramento, teacher, gets death threats after using, quote, slant eyes to explain racism in Zoom class. There we go. First burp of the podcast, and yes, I am drinking.
The best end of the day is the west end of the day.
Yeah, okay, why you would do this on a Zoom class, because you know it's being filmed or whatever, like, it just makes no sense. Also, yeah, I don't know, I guess you're just trying to be, where the hell is my mouse gone? There it is. Yeah, you're just trying to be based, I guess, to these kids, but I don't know. A high school teacher in California is under investigation after making controversial gestures in an online class last week. Nicole Burkett, who teaches Spanish and serves as a student advisor at Grant Union High, stretched her eyes up and down to demonstrate slant eyes. A gesture considered racist by many Asians and accurate by many non-Asians. Burkett allegedly made the gesture while explaining the racist stereotypes towards Asian Americans, which he said were more prevalent in the 1980s. Okay, it's a Spanish class. Why are you talking about Asian stereotypes and racism towards Asians? That, you know, shouldn't you be like making taco references and saying beaner or something? Like, why are you even bringing up Asians in a Spanish class? It's a Spanish class, not a Mandarin class. Okay. She says, if your eyes go up, you're Chinese. If they go down, you're Japanese. If they're straight, you don't know. I thought it was, you know, up, down. It was like, you know, Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees. Look at these. Okay, I guess my racism's just out of date. Burkett told her class via Zoom, according to the Sacramento Bee. Imagine how tired we are. And okay, here's the video. I did download the video. Let's see how it goes.
Okay? If your eyes went up, they're Chinese.
I know.
If they go down, they're Japanese. If they're just straight, you don't know.
I should leave your class right now.
I should leave your class right now. Yeah, I'm calling bullshit on this person being out. Well, you know, please watch and share. Like, there's no way she just happened to be going to TikTok at the moment that happened. No, she recorded the class and then played it back on her phone. And then, yeah, whoever the student is filming this has, yeah, obviously, because, you know, listen to her outrage.
Okay? If your eyes went up, they're Chinese.
I know.
If they go down, they're Japanese. If they're just straight, you don't know.
I should leave your class right now.
I shall leave your class right now. Yeah, why? There's no way why would she say that? Like, she's obviously not watching it live. It's obviously, you know, she's replaying the class and is acting like she's outraged and acting like she's going to leave the class right now. Yeah, anyway, this was, a clip of Burkett making the gesture went viral on social media. An internal investigation has since been launched. Okay, so they're treating it exactly the same as the fucking guy from last episode who was jerking off in front of kids. So, yeah, going Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees, look at these, is the same as getting your cock out in front of children. according to the woke. The video is shocking and disappointing and does not represent values held by the Twin Rivers and the community, Grant Union principal Darius Harrison said. Hang on, excuse me. God, I just had to yawn there. That's how bored I am with racism. Said according to FFSK. Please know that Twin Rivers community is providing all students with a safe and civil learning environment in which members of the school community are treated with dignity and respect. State Senator Dr. Richard Pan, who, I wonder what he has to say, who chairs the APL here we go. API, Asian Pacific something, legislative caucus, also condemned Burkett's action. For many of us who are Asian, the gestures that were made in the video are not unfamiliar to us. We have seen repeatedly and unfortunately throughout our lives, Pan said. According to KCRA, while we cannot stop individuals from expressing prejudice and hate, we can as a community say this is not acceptable for us as a community. The incident comes as Asian Americans increasingly become target of hate crimes. Many of these incidents have occurred in the Bay Area. Gee, I wonder who is going to be, who are the people committing these crimes against Asians. Hint, it's not white guys. Separate blah 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 told KBS Radio some students have come to Burkett's defense, saying the incident was taken out of context. She has received death threats on social media following the incident, according to ABC 10. Yeah, no shit. She's she did something that was clearly not woke, so obviously she needs to be put on a train and then gassed, because that's what you got to do when somebody's not woke. A change petition has also been created demanding an apology and 200 hours of community service. They want her to do community service for being racist. Think about that. They demand an apology and then 200 hours of community service. This is straight up fucking communist shit. You said something we don't like. You used a no-no word. You must make good by doing, like, they basically want to prison people for having holding views or an ideology they don't like. In this case, she was just explaining like what racism was like in the 80s. So this is basically, you made me feel uncomfortable. You need to atone for your sins. This is straight up evangelical leftism. Now, I'm not saying that what this teacher did was an incredibly stupid thing to do in a class. Absolutely it was. But this idea that that the law should be involved, that community service should be involved, go fuck yourself. Like, why not just say she should be sent to a fucking re-education camp? I mean, why not just say that? It also called for educators to undergo racial equality training. Oh, here we go. Exactly what I said. Implement an ethics studies curriculum and fund Asian Pacific Islander. That's what the API is, the Asian Pacific Islander programs. So, yeah, they want money and they want you to go through fucking training to, basically you have to go through, you have to give them money because, as we all know, if your feels are hurt, the only thing that can make your feels better is money. That's, that's just basic fucking, Jesus Christ. Okay, do I have the video of... No, I don't. I thought I had the video of somebody explaining why it hurt their feelings. Yeah, but okay, so teacher was a dickhead, but because of that, we need to put this teacher into a gulag and basically... we need to put this teacher into a gulag and send her to a re-education camp, rather, because she did a no-no word. That's where we're heading towards as a society. If you say something a woke person disagrees with, you need to go. You need to be, forced re-education camp. All right, and God, speaking of, I was going to say, you know what? Let's just go straight into the story. Speaking of faggotry, Lady Gaga, Her dog walker was shot, and 2 French bulldogs, Cujo and Gustav, were stolen Wednesday night in Hollywood, a source close to the singer tells CNN. The source said the singer is offering, quote, $500,000 to anyone who knows of dogs, no questions asked. Anyone who has a dogs can email blah, blah, blah at Gmail. God damn it, why do I keep yawning? To retrieve the award, no questions asked. Yeah, the loss. Yeah, I'm sure the police department are happy with that. That, you know, the people can just drop the dogs back off, get $500,000 and walk away. Because, you know, yeah, I'm sure they're happy about that. Los Angeles Police Department, or LAPD, yeah, thanks, I didn't know that. I've never seen fucking television before. Said a man was shot during a robbery at before 10 p.m. and was transported to the hospital in a stable condition. The male suspect, yeah, it is suspect that you're going to call this person male, and we'll get to that, took two bulldogs from the victim, used a semi-automatic handgun. All handguns are semi-automatic, you fucking... What, he used a Beretta or a fucking Desert Eagle. All handguns are semi-automatic. Even a revolver is semi-automatic. There are no fucking, like, what was he supposed to use if not a semi-automatic handgun? What, a bolt-action handgun? Yeah, because you see them all the time. That's a common thing, bolt-action handguns. Or was it a lever-action handgun? Or perhaps a pump-action handgun? What other kind of fucking handgun is it? He just used a handgun. Jesus Christ, see? They're just putting their fucking... Yeah, oh, we'll get the word semi-automatic in there, so that way we can use it as, like, you know, guns, semi-automatics need to be banned. They fled in a white sedan. Oh, it's white, of course it is, because obviously anyone who does this has to be white, according to police. Investigation's going on. Source added the singer's dogs were thankfully recovering well. CNN has reached out to Gaga for comment. Why? Okay, but anyway, I've got the video here because you have got to see this if you haven't already. Okay, okay, here we go. Let's play this first one. Let's see where we go. There's the fruit bat. Here's the white sedan. He already sounds exactly like what you'd expect Lady Gaga's dog walker to sound like. Oh my, please don't put that gun in my anus. Oh my God. Oh, you're not going to rape me, are you? As he pushes his ass up into the air. Oh my God. Oh, I've been... Oh, he broke. And now what happens? Jesus Christ. That is Lady Gaga's dog walker would sound like.
We're calling 911 for you. I'm bleeding out of my lung.
I'm bleeding. No, you're not. If you were shot in your lung, you wouldn't be able to talk. I was like, oh my God. And of course, it's in fucking like somewhere in LA. So of course, everyone around there is just gay. So it's like, oh my God, to the guy who responds to it.
I've been shot. Help me. We're calling 911 for you. I'm bleeding out of my lung.
I'm calling 911 for you.
My chest. They shot me in my right heart. Oh, they stole 2 dogs. I'm bleeding out. Oh my God. 1524. Please help me.
And then the police shot. Jesus, a lot of cop cars there just for fucking 2 dogs. Yeah, I guess Black Lives Matter, but dog lives matter more. Here we go again.
Chilling video obtained by TMZ captures the moment Lady Gaga's dog walker was attacked by at least 2 people.
Even the guy reporting is gay.
Sedan. Then... The shooting happened next door to the Hollywood home belonging to Rachel Mason and Buck Angel. The couple heard the commotion before 10 p.m. last night and ran out rushing back after they watched the video.
I actually started to cry. Yeah. I'm not kidding. I actually started to cry.
Yeah, I 100% believe that.
The fear in him. I felt the fear in that guy on the ground.
In the grainy clip, you can see each of the suspects.
Notice how they're wearing their masks to show how woke they are?
Go.
Like, they give out their names. Like, they want to be on fucking TMZ. They want the attention, but at the same time, you just, oh my God, I have to virtue signal. Let me wear my mask. Oh my God, look at me. I'm such a caring person. Oh my God.
Going into the back seat with the French bulldogs named Koji and Gustav. A third named Miss Asia was able to get away.
Racist.
She's seen here with LAPD officers after they called 911.
You think Lady Gaga's, oh my God, I've been shot.
He would take
Jesus fucking, I want to say it sucks at some.
Not once. Neighbors on Sierra worldwide attention because.
Yes and no. It's gained fucking this fruit. Little girl scream when he was getting.
Fisher, who lives in the neighborhood.
What's it like being a beard? That's what I would have asked her.
For the guy, and I hope he recovers.
Was not a fucking straight. Everyone involved in that story was as woke as fucking possible. Yeah, I just had to show that because it's like it was being voiced by Trey Parker, like just making. So let me fuck that video. What is anti-racism? That's a thing. Yeah, Bill Cosby agrees. Anti-racism is professor of African American. So, okay, bullshit degree that obviously, this is why they want to forgive fucking university and college debts is because of the racism scholar. Kennedy says it room for neutrality. There is no such thing as a non-racist. So this is against structures that perpetuate racism, like the NBA. Let's see. Visit blah blah blah. Care about race, writes Megan Reed. The writer Megan Reed tweeted on May 31. Who had to stomach and then later OD'd on fentanyl? We have to think about him. Guy, you're clearly racist. It was 3 months after Ahmaud Arbery was shot by jogging. Oh, that's right. The lived, and people thought, hey, he might. Yeah, he's 2 weeks before Breonna Taylor was shot and killed in a home by police after her fucking boyfriend fired at them, and they fired back, and she got caught in the. After George Floyd, who OD'd on robbing a woman by holding a fucking gun to her fucking stomach while she was pregnant to keep her from fucking screaming. A few of many black Americans who, you couldn't even pick a single one that was innocent. You couldn't pick one who, wow. This is that just shows how fucking, that just shows how flimsy their fucking argument is. Oh, look at these three examples. Okay, all three of those examples have a logical explanation, and there's nothing to do with racism involved. So why pick those three? Yeah, why not pick the other one, the guy who everyone lied about, the hands up, don't shoot thing? Always pick the worst martyrs for their cause. These names are just a few of many black Americans who've been killed by the police in the past decade alone. America to police systematic racism. So what about systematic sexism? Does that matter or not? That has steeped into America's underbelly since slavery. Scrolling through my timeline, educating themselves has been loud for a long time, for the record. But you're nice, smart, talented, liberal people, and it's nice getting along with you and going to your birthdays and happy hours and book launches and housewarming and picnics and backyards. Are you a self-hating black person or ever? And I'm not at all. Support of the receipts is fucking heavy. Okay, wow, that's and that got okay. And this is a tweet that needs to be brought to everyone's attention. 222 likes, 50 replies. The Black Lives Matter movement, which was organized 2013 after George Zimmerman was acquitted of killing Trayvon Martin. With the because the hands up don't shoot And Troy Zimmerman is a fucking Mexican anyway, so I don't know how that forces it. How does that work? Oh, it doesn't. Okay. But for a non-black, the underlying context of Reed's tweet centuries, not true. They've been telling us to care about the deadly problem of institutionalized racism. The white community has not been listening to them and has not been acting to fix it. Well, that's an insanely racist thing to say in itself. Basically, what you're doing there is you're elevating white people, white saviors now. So what you're saying is, oh, well, this is a problem that only, this is like these same people who will whinge about fucking climate change, then turn around and say, well, Big Daddy government has to take care of it for us. We need to lobby. Congratulations, you view yourself as a lesser. You can't do anything proactive in your life. Just like these fucking woke, well, we can't do anything about it. We need Big Daddy government to do it because we're lesser. Well, congratulations. Why I'm no longer talking about... Oh, okay, wow. A mass protester lodges book, Why I'm no longer talking about race. Wow, a guy at a protest pulls out a... Oh my God. It might as well be the fucking wank stains. Racism against... Sorry about that. Racism against black Americans are not the only racial group to suffer from racism. That is to say, racism is white people's fault. But as the helm of slavery 400 years, who were they buying the slaves off? Laying the foundation for today's structural racism. Yeah, of course, because if you're a loser and you can't do something, well, you stubbed your toe and it hurt. Well, that's because the white man put that coffee table there. Hey, the white man hadn't invented coffee tables and told you through a system of oppression and a system of you needed a coffee table. That coffee table wouldn't have been there for you to stub your toe. Your stubbed toe is because of racism. Good God, these people are insane. In researching and writing this article, I was transported back to my reading and studies on colonization and racism from... God damn, I keep burping. From college African American literature classes. Oh, goody! So you're another person who needs their college debt, abolished. You're another person who, is, I guarantee, let's forgive student debt. Why? Because I did African American literature classes and I can't find a job in that. And it's just, I don't have the money to pay it back. Well, why'd you do that and not engineering or a doctor? You're racist. With discomfort that I shouldn't have stopped my education on the subject just because I no longer had a formal class. Maybe sooner I would understand how racism has embedded and benefited my daily life. Oh my God. See, this is a white person trying to fucking get rid of their original sin of fucking white guilt, of white privilege. Yeah, here's the kicker, sweetheart. You can never be woke. Never fucking do anything about it. You will always be racist because you're white. And that's why I don't try to fight it. I lean into it. Hey, you're going to call me racist no matter what I do, so I might as well enjoy it. Maybe sooner, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. But I also realize that my white privilege is not a burden to bear, but a way for me to enact change. Right, because as a white person, you have all the power, and you can help these minorities, these pets. And that is exactly how these people look at like minorities. This is exactly how they look at black and brown people. They look at them as pets. They need to be coddled. They need to be taken care of. And that's why they need to be anti-racist. And they need to take care of it. And, this is absolutely white savior complex if I've ever seen it. The first step to learning what racism is and anti-racism are is what it means to be anti-racist and how to take action. The guideline below is just a beginning point of understanding it all. Okay, I'll indulge. Let's go. What is anti-racism? Anti-racism is active and conscious effort to work against multidimensional aspects of racism. Yeah, okay. Patterson, who wrote Destructive Desires, Rhythm and Blues Culture, and Politics of Racial Equality, added that we need to collectively shift our thinking of racism as conscious, intentional, and overt actions to unconscious, covert, and unintentional actions. Wow, aren't you the wordsmith? He added that while racism can happen individually, it often happens institutionally. Yeah, is that like when you tell, I don't know, an institution like fucking college or a university where they tell Asian students they have to score higher than black students, and they tell black students they can get in with lower grades because, the soft bigotry of low expectations? Is that what you're talking about? When abolitionist Anthony Benzett, founder of America's first abolition society in 1775, it may have signaled the first known act of anti-racism in America. Yeah, of course, it was a woman. In America. Anti-racism has its foundations in abolition and the post-liberation fight for structural change, as well as the 20th century civil rights movement. Maylene Rangathan, or whatever, a faculty team led the Anti-Racist Research and Policy Center at American University, told Anna North of Vox. Of course they did. At American University. It literally says that. At American University. Where are you going? Oh, I'm studying at the University of Science and Math. At American University. But it is difficult to trace the exact origin of the term anti-racism. No, not really. You're trying to make it up as you go along. Merriam-Webster will tell you its first known use of anti-racist was in 1943, the same year Marxist historian, oh my God, of course it's steeped in communism, Herbert Aptheker dismantled the longest argument that African Americans accepted slavery in his book, American Negro Slave Revolts. Well, he should be cancelled for that, along with Dr. Seuss. How dare he use the word Negro? That is absolutely racist. This guy who later became the God damn it, why am I fumbling over that word? Executor of authority and civil rights activist W.E.B. Burroughs subsequently overturned the then widely held idea that all whites universally accept racism in his book, Anti-Racism in U.S. History, the First 200 Years. He widely held the idea that all whites overturned the then widely held idea that all whites universally accept racism. Oh my God, what an amazing guy.
That's what the bloody Marxists always say.
Today, anti-racism is perhaps the most closely associated with Abram X. Kennedy, the founding director of American University's Anti-Racist Research Center, who is now moving to Boston University to open an anti-racist center there, who popularized the concept in his 2019 book, How to Be an Anti-Racist. In it, he wrote, "The only way to undo racism is to constantly identify and describe it and then dismantle it. So the only way I can keep my job and keep doing this bullshit and keep getting paid by universities is if I keep you believing that racism is a serious problem." And this is, again, what does it mean to be anti-racist? I thought you just described that in the thing. You don't need to be free of racism to be an anti-racist. Someone else, author of So You Want to Talk About Race, once tweeted, "Anti-racism is a commitment to fighting racism wherever you find it, including in yourself. And that's the only way forward," she wrote. Fuck off! And then he goes, racism views racial groups as culturally or socially inferior, and anti-racist, that's what racism is, viewing other people inferior based on the color of their skin. He was expressing the idea that racial groups are equals and no one needs developing and supporting policies that, if racial groups are equal, then you're out of the job. If racial groups are equal, then there's absolutely no reason for you to be there, because if everybody just gets along and everybody is fucking equal, then what are you doing? No, you need racism because that's how you make money. One endorses the idea of a racial hierarchy as a racist or racial equality as anti-racist, he says. okay, there's a racial hierarchy. Yeah, that is racist. So you're calling Charles Darwin racist because that's what he believed. One either believes the problems are rooted in groups of people as a racist, or locates the roots of the problem in power and policies as an anti-racist. Okay, so it's wait, how does that work then? So how does that work when you had Barack Obama, a black president? Was he racist? Because the Black Lives Matter movement started under his presidency. One either allows blah, blah, blah. Patterson, the Georgetown professor, said that collapse identity and behavior when the misconstrued not being as racist but as anti-racist in the process. They underappreciate how actions signals anti-racism and underestimate their own influence in dismantling the systems that support racism. Yet, what are these systems? Black lives over white comfort. Yeah, what does that even mean? What does that mean? Black lives, look, and they're all wearing their fucking face diapers because, Patterson said, Kevin's view of anti-racism highlights the ways racism is socialized into behavior. Yeah, give an example. How racial inequities and disparities are embedded in private and public life. We must unravel those behaviors by thinking about pulling back assumptions we make about the naturalist of things, he said. If your default thinking is, I'm not racist, a more informed point of view would recognize how you're informed and influenced by embeddedness of race and institutionalized racism. Okay, so basically there's nothing a white person can say where they're not racist, so give you money. That is what I'm getting from this. It's clear, it's really critically thinking about and analyzing how race matters in seemingly non-racial contexts, he said. So, exactly. So I'm just going to put race into anything, and that way, you know, I can call you racist. This is basically what he's saying. To be an anti-racist, Ken said in an interview with Vox, is to admit when you're being racist and challenge those racist ideas. Yeah, again, you're not giving an example. We adopt anti-racist ideas that say the problem is power and policy where there is inequality, not people. That is a system that is the system, not a racial group that needs to be changed. Okay, so what you're saying is, if you know white supremacy is such a bad problem in America, and there are all these white people going around, well, it's the system that's racist. It's not the white people. So all those motherfuckers in 2017 shouting, you will not replace us, holding their tiki torches, they're not racist. It's the system that made them racist. Yeah, I don't think you would say that. No. What is the difference between an ally and an anti-racist? I think that people think that racism is a black person's problem, Patterson said. It's not. Misunderstanding whose problem racism is and who can fix it misplaces the burden of responsibility to solving racism to the disadvantaged group. Why are black people disadvantaged? See, you're already, racism is a white problem. Robin DiAngelo, sociologist and white anti-racist author of White Fragility, where she admits she's racist, told The Guardian in a February 2019 interview. It was constructed and created by white people, and the ultimate responsibility relies with white people. For too long, we looked as if it was someone else's problem. We created it in a vacuum. Okay, so what about Asian countries like China? What about how, the way China views black people? Is that a white person's problem? What about, what's going on in Africa? Fuck all white people over there. I'm not talking South Africa. I'm talking Africa. Is that a white person's problem? No, well, the white people, these people honestly believe it was all fucking Wakanda forever. We were living in a paradise before the white man came. We had cities that were made of magic and flying cars everywhere. It was such an amazing place. And then the white man came and we lost all our technology. Yeah, they try to say the same shit here in America, here in Australia. The only reason the indigenous population are struggling so hard is because of the white man. Yes, that's right. Captain Cook and his fleet, his boatload of fucking neo-Nazi white supremacists came over and destroyed all the infrastructure that was here in Australia, and they lost all their cities in the sky, and they were forced to go from that to living in huts. That's what happened. It was all the fucking white man's fault. And the reason I bring this story up is because it is filtering over into fucking like children's television now. This is from, I think it's called Stephen Planner or Stephen Planner or whatever. This is where they basically say, don't treat people equally. View everyone by color.
Colorblindness is our game because everyone's the same. Everybody join our circle. Doesn't matter if you're white or black
or purple. What the? Whoa. Hold up a minute here. Ugh, who wrote this? I think it kind of does matter that I'm purple. I mean, I'm purple because I'm literally an alien.
Well, I'm not an alien, but it definitely matters to me that I'm black. Yeah, it makes a difference that I'm white. I know the two of us get treated very differently.
I just think it's messed up to compare me being an alien to you two being different races. You're both human. You're totally biologically the same. Adding purple people into a lesson about human racism makes no sense.
Yeah, that is pretty weird. I think people like the black, white, or purple thing because adding a fantasy race in there helps distract from the actual racism black people have to deal
This is what kids are supposed to watch.
with. Right. My experience with anti-black racism is really specific. Other people of color experience other forms of racism too. But you won't see any of that if you don't see color.
Dude, so this entire public service announcement could be a ploy to avoid talking about racism altogether.
No, it would be called just judge people by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. But, you know, I guess that's racist now.
Hey, can we get a rewrite where we appreciate each other without erasing what makes each of us different?
Okay, but it's gonna add a couple hours to the shoot.
I can make yours open.
You were rolling just now, weren't you? Can't we just slap some graphics on this and call it a day?
See color, be anti-racist. Basically, be anti-racist. Look at people and judge them by the color of their skin. Assume that because of the color of their skin, they're different from you. Yeah, that's not anti-racist. That is just straight up fucking racist. This is what kids are being taught now. Yeah, because things are getting too good, and all these woke people are realizing that. Excuse me. Yeah, basically, the gravy train is, pulling into the station, then they're going to have to get off of it soon. So they need to drum up as much hatred, as much racial division as possible. Because, we can't have people getting along. That's bad for business. And speaking of bad for business, oh yeah, that's right. Where are we? Yeah, speaking of bad for business, this has happened in Australia. There was like some tennis tournament or whatever. Novak Djokovic or whatever. Okay, weird name. Wins the Australian Open final as crowd boos mention of COVID vaccine. Dude, this is so funny because it's not that. Yeah, they're booing the government, and the media is trying to put a spin on it to say that they're all weird anti-vaxxers. Okay, the Australian Open crowd has been labelled a disgrace by you, the media, and told to grow up by you, the media, during Sunday night's trophy presentation. In a bizarre end to what was an incredibly difficult 5 weeks for tennis in this country, a large section of Rod Laver Arena crowd booed when the COVID vaccine and the Victorian government were mentioned. That's absolutely right. The Victorian government were mentioned because all these fucking rich people were allowed to fucking go work for millions of dollars playing, each playing tennis. But your local butcher is forced to shut down and lose everything because, Machina virus. Actually, do I have the, Yeah, okay, I got that logo. That's good. Okay, Tennis Australia executive, Jane Hilderick even had to stop to quell the crowd at one point during her speech. Yeah, Hedrick's first statement to be met with widespread boos as the crowd from the crowd was, "It's been a time of deep loss and extraordinary sacrifice for everyone." Here we go. And of course, a blue check mark on Twitter had to chime in. "These fans booing are disgraceful. Honestly, grow up." Yeah, okay. Who is this fucking person? Let's find out. Let's find out who this is. Former Melbourne Club host Slam. Okay. Commentator ESPN. Okay, so you're part of the fucking media. Hey Bondi, blah blah blah. Let's just have a look. See if it's. Tennis Australia. Yada yada yada. Okay, let's have a look at the responses here. Yeah, it's getting disgusting. People will be watching all over the world. Guessing those diehard Novak fans / anti-vaxxers. What was it even booing about? Vaccines in the government? I'm in Canada, not sure what the booing was referenced to. Yeah, it was vaccines in the government. No jab, no play policy is needed. Works for kindergartens. Wow, so you want the government to tell people what they can and can't do. Oh, Novak fans are special. Not surprised at all. They say that Australia has the best fans. That is BS. I'm a Melbourne and I'm constantly embarrassed by people here. So honestly not surprised at all. Oh my God, I'm around people and they're not woke. Oh look, the thought police telling people how they should think. Yeah, congratulations. Correct take. Propaganda at its best. All have learned that from Nazi Germany. What? Wait. Are you saying that the fucking people booing are... Oh, okay. Why are they disgraceful? The only way people can get the message across without being labelled as a conspiracy. Yep. They are smart people. They are anti-vaxxers. Nonsense. They are thinking people experiencing their anger at the stupid leaders. Yep. This is not right and not what we're used to. When you let the riffraff buy tickets at the last moment. Yeah, that's right. How dare these damn plebs be allowed in? How dare these damn plebs be allowed into our special event? Downright embarrassing. Embarrassing for who? Fans. No. Yeah, okay. Good. Boo the anti-vaxxers. Why should we celebrate them? Just Victorian thing. Atypical behaviour for this crowd sadly reflects the popularization around the world. Yeah, people who are not being told what to, who are not thinking what the media is telling them to think. Typical rowdy but respectful crowd. I wonder restrictions if you have a breed of fan attention this year. Couldn't agree more. Should just be grateful we're at all. Oh my God. What the hell? They should just be grateful they were allowed out in public at all. Oh my God. I thought so too. I marveled at Tennis Australia was even able to pull off the tournament in the middle of a pandemic with fans. Kudos to them. Yes, kudos to them. Thank you. I felt quite ashamed for the handful of odd people that could trash our game and country. Go fuck yourself. Yep. I'd say to the uncertainty tickets for the final were left until the last minute. And then once the finalist was confirmed 24 hours ahead. Yeah, basically they're saying riff-raff were allowed in. Well freaking done. Best thing to happen to tennis ever. Yep. Damn. Damn, they will be a long times dead. I just want to watch tennis. Yeah, you're going to be dead soon, old lady. I'm glad we didn't wake up to watch this final. Have not been able to get out and voice their opinion on the Victorian government until last night. 800 deaths across ministers and bureaucrats. The Victorians are very angry. Yep. I'd be booing at Auntie Jane too. Was the tennis really the right place for her comments? Yep, exactly. I don't get why they're unhappy. When she mentioned the vaccine and thanked the government, they booed her. Maybe because they've been locked up for 8 months the last year. They have every right to boo the pathetic government. Yeah, exactly. The people crowd, how they got there. I've never seen a crowd like this in Melbourne. Absolutely disgraceful. Yes, locking people down and keeping them in a constant fear, wearing masks. Yeah. Booing the mention of the government as well. If it wasn't for them, they would not be watching the final. Yeah, What? Oh, what? Booing the government, then lock them up for 8 months? Yeah, exactly. So basically, where are you hiding all? Yeah. So basically, what they're saying is, how dare these people? How dare they voice their opinions? Oh, trusted docu. Yeah. Okay. Look. 11 likes. See, here we go. Yeah. 11 likes. This is what the media are fucking. This is what the media are putting out as fucking. Yeah, I know my account's suspended. I don't care. Where is your... Okay, well, anyway, yeah, 11 likes. Yeah, well, who gives a shit? Also ended... Okay, so let's just go fucking... Yeah, I don't care about any of the... has remarkably somehow come to a successful conclusion, but between players giving tournament director the significant abuse and spectators booing at the mention of vaccines at the trade, it really has brought some morons to tennis. Said, yeah, this is Djokovic is well known for his anti-vax views. Oh my God, how dare he not have an opinion that falls directly in line with mainstream media? How fucking dare he? Okay, so let's I should have this video. Yeah, here we go.
And with vaccinations on the way, rolling out in many countries around the world, it's now a time for optimism and hope for the future. So congratulations to the Tennis Australia team. There are many other people to thank that enabled this great night to take place in the last couple of weeks. The top of that list is the Victorian government. Without you, we could not have done this.
Yeah, no shit. They booed the government. How dare you? How dare you boo your masters? How dare you boo those who rule over you? These people are public servants. That means the public serve them and not the other way around. This is what these people genuinely believe. And yeah, like I say, never forget that these people honestly think they are better than you. So yeah, absolutely fucking boo them. Oh my God. How dare these people? How dare these people? Disgraceful crowds. Yeah, the Australian Open has been made a disgrace, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, not the match I wanted. All respected, blah, blah, blah. Okay, these booing fans are disgraceful. Honestly, grow up. Yeah, okay, so let's just take a look at some of the conversation things here. Imagine if Dictator Dan showed up, there would have been a riot. Wonderful display of the tournament. Of a tormented people of Victoria. Yep. The general public are fed up with political statism. Yep. This could only happen in a pampered, prissy state of Victoria. Victorians are whinging about being picked on. It's because they can skip it. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Bogan tennis crowds. Yes. Yep. Them bogans. When crowds disagree with them elites. What they say doesn't mean the crowd will agree. Yeah. How? So, yeah, exactly. Tennis Australia label them bogans when the crowd disagrees with the elites. Absolutely right. We also got a 5-day lockdown during our OA tournament. Victorians are tired of paying the lockdown price as a result of state government. Yep. Has condemned the booing. Oh no. Even Michael McCormick, I have no idea who that is. Fake news obstruction. There was booing at the mention of the vaccine. Much more booing at the mention of the government. Booing at the government is understandable. Yep, absolutely. Doesn't normally happen when sporting events. I don't remember booing at the Olympics. Yeah, because they weren't being locked down. I didn't watch the video you listened to, but the bigger booing came. Yep, when the government. Absolutely right. People go to and says, yeah, for relaxation. Blah blah blah. The booing was great. Okay, so people are not all completely lost. And how long has this podcast been going for? I know I did start it late. All right, we've been going almost an hour. That'll do. I did about 2 hours on the last episode. I will actually end, or will I save it for next episode? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to save it for next episode. We'll make this midweek one. Just a little short one. Yeah, anyway. Good on fucking Victorians for fucking booing the government and booing the fact that, oh, if you just let us jab you, you'll be able to go back to your normal. No, they are not going to give up this power. Like, yeah, we need to make politicians afraid again. yeah, we need to remind them that they are public servants. They serve us. And all these fucking elitists saying, oh, well, these bogans should be lucky that they were allowed out of the house at all. The government allowed them out. They should be appreciative of daddy government for allowing them to go out. Like, go fuck yourself. And on that note, yeah, I will say go fuck yourself. And as always, remember, Black Lives Matter.
Back in the day, I used to talk shit about bitches who fuck for money. I did. Because I just felt like at the end of the day, you should respect yourself. Oh, blah, 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 blah. But you know what? It's 2021. And let me explain something to y'all. Niggas ain't shit. If you give a nigga the time of day and you fuck him because you just genuinely want to fuck him and you genuinely fucking like him, ask that nigga for some fucking money. He's still gonna say no. So at the end of the fucking day, niggas, and you know what? All my bitches, they gonna love when I say this. Pick any nigga out your fucking phone and text him right now and be like, boo, can I get $100? And watch what the fuck they say. They gonna initiate something about sex. They gonna say some shit like, oh, what you gonna give me? Or, oh, why would I just give you money? We ain't even like that. They gonna say some fucking bullshit, right? Right? Ain't no good niggas out here no more. Nobody can't just do for you because they genuinely fuck with you. They can't just do for you because, oh, it's your birthday today. They can't just do for you because it's just in them to be generous, right? But when it comes to women, and when we fuck with a nigga that we really fucking like, though, we'll give you our mind, body, and soul. For what in return? Nothing, right? So at the end of the fucking day, like I said, I used to judge, but you know what? Charge these fucking niggas. 500, 1,000. Okay, pay my rent, then we can fuck. Period. Because my thing is, if you ask a nigga, you can ask a nigga for as little as $50 fucking dollars, bro. First thing they would say, oh, I don't just be passing out bread. So what, we supposed to just be passing out pussy? Do they correlate? To me, no, they don't. But today in 2021, apparently they fucking correlate. If I give you some pussy, you gotta give me some money. If you give me some money, you gotta give me some pussy. Everything that's going on nowadays, it gotta be something in return. Nothing is genuine no more. So at the end of the day, this video is to say fuck all y'all niggas. Fuck all y'all niggas. Period. If you're not paying rent, if you're not paying car insurance, you can eat it, but you can't get in it. Sorry, not sorry. I used to judge. I did, you know. I used to judge. But now, fuck all y'all niggas. Cause y'all not shit. Even when the bitch genuinely fuck with you, give you a pussy, give you the time of day, y'all.
You will die without honor.